I think that there's a kind of misunderstood feeling about cities, and that feeling is that there are no neighborhoods and no neighbors, and they're a very strong neighborhood in the Hayes Valley particularly. That is, if you go over there and talk to the people who are there, you will see that they have chosen that neighborhood, they want to live there, they want to make it better, and they have made it better. Hayes Valley is kind of a center of a kind of old and new San Francisco kind of mixed up in one little area. In the 60s or 50s, they built this thing called the Central Freeway, and as a result of the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake, some of them were damaged, so they took it down.
When it was removed, it created 23 vacant lots, kind of snaking their way through Hayes Valley. And Proxy is on 2 of those lots.
I think a project like Proxy that we're in now came about because it doesn't require a lot of investment.
So we used shipping containers so that they were actually buildings that vendors such as Ritual, Smitten Ice Cream, Ether, SOSF Bikes, Beer Garden could actually own the containers so that they could take it with them somewhere afterwards.
The whole reason for the temporary activation came from actually the neighborhood asking the mayor's office in San Francisco, can't you do anything about these vacant lots?
The design firm of Envelope A+D came in and tried to find a temporal use for this part of the city.
Everything that we've done is kind of an invention with the kind of unique circumstances, either that we're kind of tailoring it to the place, to the neighborhood and to their needs, or to our vendors.
All this stuff can go away quite quickly. It was relatively inexpensive to put here in the first place. There's film screenings to my left behind here every few weeks.
The movie thing is awesome. It's so much fun. It's like something different to do. It's pretty cool and obviously inexpensive.
They have fitness classes out on the blacktop. There's bike rentals. There's a beer garden.
Colleagues of mine and friends of ours from other neighborhoods that that's what they know of Hayes Valley. Hayes Valley, is that the beer garden that you're talking about? Yeah.
And so one of the things that I like the best about those changes in the neighborhood is, yes, there's lots and lots of new people and tons of new businesses and tons of new buildings and stuff, but it still has maintained the culture of Hayes Valley. And to me, that's really important.
It's fun to go to the restaurants down there and see all the people that are down there. It's really full of people and life. And that wasn't true even 15 or 20 years ago.
Proxy is scheduled to close in 2020. I believe it was initially scheduled to close earlier than that, so it's had a longer life because it's been so popular.
Where the beer garden is will be a market rate housing site, so that'll be condos with retail at the base.
I think many of the businesses that are here will be absorbed into the bricks and mortar construction of the neighborhood. There's no reason why the Ritual Coffee or the juice shop can't be storefronts. They're storefronts in other parts of San Francisco.
And then on the site with the movie screen, that's below market rate housing.
But more housing in San Francisco is something we desperately need, and housing that people can actually afford. So for me, it's like, how do you really weigh those two against each other?
I don't think the absence of Proxy will harm the neighborhood. I think that the community is formed, and just as neighborhood businesses change over the years, people will have an attachment to these businesses, but the businesses are not leaving San Francisco. So I think the community will certainly survive the loss of Proxy. It will have served an amazing, vital purpose for this neighborhood, and I think the neighborhood will continue to change and evolve and grow when it's gone.
I hope something good comes of it. I like it the way it is, but it's just one of those things you have to wait and see what turns up. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 years. Hopefully it'll be good.